Okay, that's going a little crazy. Out it goes. Alright, let's talk turkey. Or rather, we would have talked turkey if I would have done this video 2 weeks ago like I planned. But I really did want to contribute to the conversation about creativity, especially being a person who majored in English and really had high aspirations of getting a creative job that involved writing in my degree, and how that didn't really happen for me. And that's okay. Because I think that when it comes to creativity in the workplace, that would be lovely. I actually read an article today about how hipsters are dead and now it's yuckies, which I really didn't like that terminology. But it talked about how we want to have jobs where we get to be creative, we get to put ourselves into our job and get paid for it, which I don't see how that couldn't be anybody's dream, but maybe that just throws me in that category anyway. But yeah, I think that I would like to live in a world where you do what you're good at and you get paid to do what you're good at and what you love. But that doesn't always happen, and sometimes I think when you do that for a living, what you love as a profession, I think that gets really hard, and sometimes it burns you out, like you were talking about, Maya, about how you're just being so creative all the time that you don't want to really be creative anymore, and I totally get that. But here's the interesting thing. Speaking as a person who got a degree, wanted to do a thing, and still hasn't really had an opportunity to do that thing, your creativity doesn't go away. If you end up in a job where you're not, doing something cool with marketing or designing new things, even if you're doing something like I do, where you're working in retail, your creativity is still going to come out. It's just going to be in more seemingly mundane ways. Like a lot of my merchandising that I do in my store, technically we're supposed to do it one way, but sometimes I'll do it a different way because it looks better. But also, it's about being a creative solution solver. As a creative person, you can see the creativity in other people. So you want to make sure that they're being used to the best of their abilities. And so if you're in a position to put them where they should be, that works out really nicely. And I wouldn't worry so much about losing your creative. I don't think it's a thing that goes away, that ever really goes away. I mean, passion's like a flame that sometimes burns really hot and sometimes is just a small ember, but I don't think it can ever truly go out. You can tax it pretty far, but it'll just warp into something else. And just another quick piece of advice that I would advise is, if you find yourself doing a ton of video related stuff, find a different creative outlet so that you can still be creative, but not in the way that seems to be stifling you. One of the best things I can do when I hit a roadblock with my writing is make cookies. Because I don't just follow a recipe, I improvise and I change it and I love it. And sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't, so is the cost of creativity. I also bought a guitar that is sitting right over here, that I try and play when I'm really, really stuck. And I'm not very good at it, so it doesn't feel like very appealing, but I'm sure to someone who is good at it, it would help a lot. And just learning a new skill tends to help you come out of your rut. Small successes. Because when you're good at something, when you've been doing something for a long time, a small breakthrough doesn't feel nearly as good as a similar sized breakthrough did when you were first learning. So you just need to reward yourself mentally like that. Or at least that's what I keep telling myself. So I hope you're feeling better. I hope that the dancing helped you get some of your different creativity out. And I hope that sometime I can make you guys some tasty cookies. But until then, I think my next video is due right before Christmas. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but I will definitely try and do my Christmas Eve video for you guys. And until then, happy holidays!